let me ask you a quick question. Are you saving your money or are you actually growing it? Now, you might think those are the same thing, but honestly, that one little mix-up, it could be costing you a fortune. Let's get into why.
Ever since we had our first piggy bank, we're taught one thing: save your money. But what if that advice is, well, kind of incomplete? What if just saving your money is the very thing holding you back from building any real wealth?
Because look, if saving is your only financial strategy, it's kind of like you're putting your future wealth in a cage. So today, we're going to unlock it.
All right, so here's the absolute core of it all. Your money, it has two different jobs. One is protection, and the other is growth. And confusing those two is a massive, massive mistake.
This says it all, right? Saving is your defense. It's your shield. It's the vault that keeps what you have safe. But investing? Investing is your offense. That's how you put your money out on the field to actually work for you and score some serious points.
So, okay, enough with the analogies. Let's get down to the nitty-gritty. What do these terms actually mean for your bank account? Let's break it down.
First up, let's talk about saving. Think of this as basically just parking your money. You're keeping it on the side in a super safe, really easy to access place. Like a regular old savings account. The big words here are safe and accessible. The problem? The growth is, well, it's incredibly slow. And this graph right here shows you just how slow we're talking. Let's say you've got 10,000 rupees. At a pretty typical 4% interest rate, after one full year, you've earned, wait for it, 400 rupees. Yeah, it's safe, absolutely. But it's not exactly going to change your life, is it? Now, let's flip the script and talk about investing. This isn't about parking your money. It's about putting it in the driver's seat. You're actually buying assets, things like stocks or mutual funds, so that your money can finally get off the couch and start working for you. Now, look at this. Just look at the difference. That same 10,000 rupees, with a pretty modest 10% return from investing, earns you 1,000 rupees. That's more than double the profit. And listen, that gap might not seem like a huge deal right now, but give it a few years, and it becomes a massive canyon.
But here's the thing. There's a villain in this story, a hidden danger that makes only saving your money one of the riskiest things you can do. I like to call it the silent thief.
So what is this huge mistake that so many people fall into? And a lot of times, they have the best intentions. It's this. They focus only on saving. They see that cash piling up in their account, they feel all safe and secure, but they're completely ignoring the growth engine that actually builds wealth.
So why is only saving such a disaster? One word: inflation. Inflation is basically the slow, steady creep upwards in the cost of everything. If your savings are earning 4%, but inflation is at 6%, you're actually losing money. Your purchasing power is going down. Inflation is silently eating away at your hard-earned cash every single day.
So, how do we fight back against this thing? Well, it's not about choosing saving or investing. The smart move, the real pro move, is to use both. I call it the two-bucket strategy, and it's all about using the right tool for the right job. This table just lays it all out perfectly. Saving is for your low-risk, low-return, short-term stuff. Investing, on the other hand, is about taking on a bit more risk to get those higher returns for your long-term growth. They are totally different tools for totally different jobs. So let's think about your first bucket, your savings bucket. This is for your emergency fund. For those oh-no moments, when the car breaks down or the fridge dies. It's also for big purchases you know are coming up soon, like a down payment on a house or that vacation you've been planning. Now, your investing bucket, this is for the big picture. This is how you build true, lasting wealth. This is for planning a comfortable retirement and, ultimately, for achieving real financial freedom. This is your growth engine. And look, if you want a super simple, dead easy rule of thumb to get started, here you go. If you think you'll need the money in less than 3 years, you save it. Don't risk it. But if your financial goal is 5 or more years away, you invest it. Give that money time to grow and ride out the bumps in the market. Okay, let's bring this all home. Because understanding all this, it isn't just a financial tactic. It's a fundamental shift in your mindset. It literally changes how you see every single rupee you earn. And here it is. If you remember one thing from this whole explainer, please let it be this. Saving is what you do to survive, financially. It's how you handle life's little curveballs. But investing is what you do to truly grow and to thrive. You need both, absolutely. But if you only focus on survival, you'll never ever achieve real growth. So here's your action plan starting today. Step 1,
build up that safety net, your emergency fund, using your savings. Get that solid. Step 2, once that's done, start investing, even if it's just a small amount. The real magic here is being consistent and thinking long-term. Building wealth is not a lottery ticket, it's a marathon.
So you get it now, right? You know why you need to invest. The next logical question is, well, what do you invest in? Stocks, real estate, gold. Don't even worry, in our next explainer, we are going to break down all the options to help you find the perfect starting point for you. So I'm really curious. Be honest with me. Which bucket have you been filling up the most lately? Have you been more of a saver or more of an investor? Drop a comment below and let's have a chat about it. Thanks for watching.